Y'all, what's up? Your girl G here. Welcome back to my channel. What it do? What's up? We're gonna talk about love and hip hop. Oh Lord Jesus. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm looking at this hair in the camera and it's just so thick and frizzy. Like it's hot out down here in Texas. So it's just looking however it's gonna look. Like my sister can't do it because she in Dallas right now. Lord Jesus. So y'all forgive the fried ends in the hair, okay? It's just gonna look however it's gonna look, alright? But like I said, we talking about love and hip hop. This episode like had some stuff, but also didn't at the same time. So we're just gonna try to do a quick little recap because I'm a little bit behind on it. And I think I want to do a live possibly just to talk about some of the things that have been going on. So nonetheless, also you guys, those of you who are on my community page, gave me prayers. I just want to say thank you so much. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a little hard mentally for your girl right now. My Aunt Katie, she had to be revived at the hospital. She had heart surgery. I'm dealing with that as well as just a lot of family stuff, on top of that. Like, it's just a lot. So for those who sent out prayers, like, I just really, like, y'all have no idea how much I appreciated it. But I'm going to try to lighten the mood, and we're going to talk about love and hip hop and get into all the shenanigans because they all did what? Shenanigans. So yeah, let's go into it. So we open up the episode, Spice going over there to talk to, Shekinah going over there. Y'all, I really actually adore Shekinah. Shekinah is ghetto, loud, and ratchet, but you can tell she's a sweetheart. Like, she cares about her friends. Do she be going about stuff wrong sometimes? Hell yeah. But at the end of the day, like, I feel like Shekinah is, like, deep down, like, a good person. But nonetheless, Shekinah went to go talk to Spice, and she basically was discussing how, the whole media situation in Carly, and Spice is feeling some type of way, and she's explained how she damn near like was screaming her lungs out at the gender reveal, and she was just like, it was too much. I'm just expecting, Mita to be there for me, and I'm sitting here watching her trollop around with Carly, because y'all know Carly, she move, okay? She move wherever the crowd goes, because Carly is trying to stay in the scene. She been doing this a long time, y'all. Carly trying to stay young. She trying to be, be in the it crowd. So she gonna be moving to whoever she can, just to stay like Carly Red, nonetheless. But yeah, she was like, oh, I don't know if Mita's coming to the Cayman because Spice is going to the Cayman to do basically like her comeback performance. So she's just kind of feeling like, I don't know if she's gonna show up because, girl, like, we was screaming each other down boots at this gender reveal. And Spice and Shekinah wants to confront her because she's like, I'm still feeling some type of way where, I tried to, find you and get to you, and Mita didn't want to give me the information. Like, it was either her or Carly. Like, I'm feeling salty about it. So we see Jessica. She is in the bed, laying down, struggling. She had her, she was just dealing with a lot of stuff, nausea, throwing up, couldn't move, and so they take her to the hospital. Come to find out, she got 2 big ass fibroids on her, endometriosis, and then she had fibroids on top of like her ovaries or something like that. Another women problems. Just being a woman is hard. Being a woman is hard. And when you deal with stuff like that, it affects your life in so many ways. Like, it can be a lot. But, she goes to the hospital, finds that out, and then EJ, he comes over, and he's, checking up on his friend. And she's just like, it's been rough for me, especially mentally. I'm thinking back on the times that, I had, the multiple miscarriages with Nick. She said multiple, more than one. And this is where I be thinking about that bullshit that Nick keep doing. He keeps changing the reasons why he's having all these babies. Every interview is a different reason why he had these babies. Oh, I had the Lord, told me, I was going to have a lot of branches. Then I think on one thing this is how narcissistic this man is, because he feels like he's doing a good deed by helping these women have babies at their age. If I can gift that to them. That's how he put it in one of these interviews. He was like, yeah, I know these are women of a particular age, and I want babies, and I know, they want kids, and I just kind of feel like I'm doing a good deed. You're doing a good deed by having babies with these women and then abandoning them? That's a good deed? Like, Nick, shut up. Like, you're one of those fake healed people, one of those fake enlightened people. Dudes read one book and feel like they done became like Dr. Sabi or something. They read one book and feel like they Dr. Francis. Dr. Francis from Love and Marriage Huntsville, for those of y'all who don't know, he is a legend. But y'all, it's the fakery. Like, y'all do the fake, the fake, I've evolved act shtick, and these women buy it, and now they stuck in a concubine. Now Jessica, she's disheartening. Girl, she is talking about Nick down boots. But they were together for 8 years. So 8 years, like, y'all, she's got a lot to recover from. But girl, Jessica, you got to go to therapy and recover that shit, because you can tell, like, it is still hurting her, and it's time to fix that, Miss Mamas. But she's kind of feeling like, oh, maybe I'm not meant to be a mother. I do still want kids, and I'm sitting here struggling to get pregnant, but at the same time, I miscarried. Like 2 days later, she finds out he got another heifer pregnant. Like, I would be so pissed off. Like, if I had a miscarriage and then a multiples, and I found out that you still out here procreating, like, girl, I know you're feeling like, oh, like I couldn't do it, but you might want to be thanking the lucky stars, because had you been able to carry, like, look at the mess you would be in. You would be sitting here with these other ladies, trying to determine on Christmas if this nigga's gonna even be able to stop by, because he still got 10 other stops to make. Is he gonna make cheerleading practice? Is he gonna make, basketball, football games? Is he gonna make the holidays? This man has 3, 4, 5 different households he gotta travel to, because they all over the world, and Jessica, some things happen for a reason. You getting stuck with a man who truthfully and honestly could give a dang about you. Like, for real, like, Nick is he's selfish. You can tell he's always in it for the self-appeasement and the ego boost. Point blank, period. But EJ basically told her, like, girl, you gotta stop acting like you good when you really not. And a lot of us do that. I do it. You don't want to be a burden to other people. You don't want to be a hindrance, and you just don't want to feel like that down person. But, like, we're human. Like, we go through a lot of shit. And so, like, we got to give ourselves that grace to actually handle it. So what happened after that? Like, it was a whole bunch of scenes. I watched it maybe like 1.5 times. So if I miss anything, I apologize. I think after that, Spice makes it to Cayman's, with Shekinah is doing like a radio interview and talking about how people made up all these stories about her, and she's, feels some type of way about it. But it's like, girl, what was you expecting? Like, all we heard was, Spice over in the DR, and you on your deathbed. Like, you said it yourself in this episode. But girl, first of all, you talking about a hernia. Girl, it wasn't no damn hernia. I'm looking at you, Spice. You went over there to get done up. Like, you went over there to get the booty juiced and get the abs sucked out and turned it into, whatever silicone silly putty that you need to put some more in your ass. Like, it's obvious that's what was going on, and you didn't want to say it, I guess. But girl, we ain't stupid. But nonetheless, like, we just was trying to figure out, like, damn, did she damn near dead? Like, what was she doing? Like, all this stuff. So of course speculation was happening. But they're in the Cayman Islands. She's hanging out with her friends, and talking about Mita, and she's just kind of like, Mita, regardless, at the end of the day, still my friend. I just don't like the fart. I just don't like the fact that she's hanging out with Carly, and I'm seeing them posting pictures, and I need you to be there for me and be loyal to me, like I'd be loyal to you. And so Spice is one of the girls where it's like, if I'm mad, bitch, you mad, okay? Like, that's how it's gotta be. And also too, I just think it's like one of those things where it's like, you feel some type of way that the girls is, linking up with y'all without you, even though you might have introduced them. Like, oh, here's my friend, that's this, here's my other friend. And if they become friends and leave you out, y'all, we human. You're not gonna sit there. It's not fair to sit there and act like you wouldn't feel some type, just a any teachy bit. Like, you gonna feel some type of way, like, I know these hoes didn't leave me out. Like, the fuck? But yeah, so the other friends, though, they clearly got some icks with Mita. They clearly look at Mita like, That's how the other friends was like, looking at her like, you sure? And she's like, me and my friend, we're just going through a tough time at the minute, okay? What else happened? Amy goes out with her sisters. They go to like this paint room, and you know, they're trying to talk out that whole dinner that happened, because the sisters is tired of it. They feel like Amy gets all the attention, she gets all the work from the mom. And so Amy, you know, she kind of said in her confessional, she's like, I'm realizing, you know, it's not my sisters, it's, you know, my mom. And, you know, she needs to, you know, give my sisters more time. Maybe I didn't think about it right. And I feel like Amy, yes, you might be valid in like, okay, so my mom gave us all money, you helped us blew through it, I actually, you know, did something with it. But just like the sister said, like one sister said she opened up a tattoo shop. Another girl, the other sister said that she was ready to work on her stuff. So it's like, you know, if mom left the tattoo shop after 20 minutes, like, hot dang, I am gonna feel some type of way. Like, you show up and leave in 20 minutes and I just open this business, like, come on now. So the sisters basically was like, yeah, you know, we good. Like, and, you know, they were just kind of making up and realizing where they wanted to be. The other sister, she was just kind of like, you know, no, I don't want to leave operations manager. And Amy was like, girl, I was worried. Girl, you had me worried. I had a heart attack. You had me worried. Thought I was going to have to find somebody else because the way you said it. But I do feel like, I really do believe that her and the other sister, I can't remember are they both younger than Amy or older? I don't know where Amy falls in the lineup, but the other two sisters, you could tell they be behind the scenes talking shit about Amy, one, and two, be talking about, you know, stuff that they want to do with their lives, but because they're kind of almost, I don't want to say indebted, but like they are heavy in supporting Amy themselves too, that it keeps them from working towards the things that they probably want to work for. And then the mom, you know, not helping and assisting, probably, you know, does a little damage too. But you know, they make up, and so then Amy starts talking about Chaotic, how he kissed her, and you know, they just kind of basically flirt with each other, might do a little yang yang yang. And Chaotic, he is, you see, you gotta watch niggas like Chaotic, because it's the humor, it's the laughing, like it is the comedic relief. And if you can do that for a girl, if you can make her laugh, okay, like I heard on Twitter, if you can make her giggle, you can make the cheeks jiggle, okay? Chaotic is one of the ones who stand, he gonna be your friend, he gonna be on the side, and he gonna wait for that one moment where you break up with your nigga or you get too drunk and then you look at him. Cause Chaotic is not like ugly, you know, after he cut his dreads, got new teeth, like he's attractive, like he's semi-attractive. Like he's attractive enough to, like, you know, fuck something if you want to, should you get drunk, you know? But they just kind of like, okay, girl, because she's like, you know, he be around and everything, but he just kind of kissed me and then walked off and then went over to Erica. So it's kind of like he playing both of them a little bit. You know, he trying to play this game, which he admitted to Scrappy when Scrappy stopped by. So I guess let's go ahead and talk about that. So Scrappy, y'all, he in struggle bus city. When he said what he said on that balcony, I said, see what happened when you play around and mess up on a good one? Gucci said it. Gucci said it on the Instagram video I saw one time. He was like, because he got asked the question of like, well, how do you stay away from, like, you know, all the girls and the groupies? And he was like, because I know what I got. He was like, I watch my dad. He said, I watched my dad, my mom leave my dad. He fell off like wet weave. When I tell you, I hollered. He said, my dad left my mom and fell off like wet weave. Bitch, I was out of there. But nonetheless, you know, he's talking about Chaos. So, you know, a little spot, at least it's clean. You know, it don't look like how most men's apartments look, terrible. But, you know, it'll do, clearly. And so Chaot's feeling like, you know, I got an extra room for my boy Scrappy should he need it. So he talking and everything with Scrappy, and, you know, Scrappy's like, you know, I'm just having to deal with a lot, you know, at South by Southwest. Chaot talked about how he kissed Amy. He was like, yeah, you know, I was chewing on bubble gum and I blew in her face. And the way Scrappy, he was like, the way his head was turning, just looking at Chaotic like, because he was telling it like a story, like, ooh, then I looked at her, then I blew in her face. Good thing it smelled like bubble gum. You know, and it was kind of like, Chaotic is slow. Like, he's a little bit touched, but he's funny though. And so he's like, we kissed, and then I let it go. And he was like, but wait a minute, I started with EBZ, you know, a little bit, you know, banks, you know, you trying to put your money in the bank. And he was like, yeah, her too. He's like, you know, I'm gonna keep out here till I find a woman who treat me like a king. And here goes Scrappy, yeah, that's what I'm, you know, shoot, me too. Bro, I hate when niggas feel like it's like, oh, you don't treat me like a king, you don't respect me. Do you respect yourself? That's the question. Do you even respect yourself? It go the same way y'all always want to throw in women, oh, we don't respect you because y'all don't respect yourselves, or you gotta come out here. When do you respect yourself? Because you out here not building a goddamn thing for yourself, not building no business, no career. You got Bambi. Literally, you are divorcing because you can't take care of shites, okay? Your kids literally have to evacuate a home because you weren't paying the rent. Like, what? Talking about treat you like a king? You ain't even got a palace. Come on, bro. So he's like, yeah, you know, at South by Southwest, you know, I got people coming at me, Erica, talking about, oh, you know, you got Diamond pregnant. He said, and you know, he in his confessional, he's like, you know, I can admit, you know, she came to my room and we talked, but we ain't do nothing. Not staying on that. Like, the way he said it, at first I believed him, but I feel like he played technicalities. See, he probably playing semantics where it's like, oh, yeah, the time she came to my hotel room, yeah, we didn't hook up then. Nah, she came to my room and all we did was talk. And that might be true in that moment, in that specific moment in time. But any other time, any other events, did y'all have sex? Did you put your dang-a-lang in Diamond? Because I feel like Scrappy, niggas like playing semantics. Nah, she didn't come to my room and we didn't have sex there, but yet y'all ain't have sex in the hotel room, but y'all went downstairs and had sex in the car. Like, he's the one of them that play that type of semantics. But Chaotic's like, so no, baby? Like, y'all ain't do nothing? He was like, man, nah. And it's like, that's the problem. Like, when you create distrust in your household, the way you were talking smack about Bambi, like, can't nobody believe what you saying half the time, Scrappy. So here go Chaotic, like, man, what you doing? He's like, man, you know, I got my stuff at Mom Duke's. Gotta go back to living with your mama, bro. How you, whatever season of Love and Hip Hop this is, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, you've been out here since the get-go, Scrappy, and you back at your mama house in the garage. That means there's something not clicking for you. Like, you need to figure out your path, bro. You need to go to therapy. Because how are you years later still you back at your mama's house? So he's like, yeah, at least I get to tell her what, you know, what I want to eat and stuff like that. So Chaotic's like, ooh, shoot, a meal. He said, man, I'll go over there with Mama D, you know, Mama D's house and help you move. Like, bro, I got an extra room. Because he's like, man, what you doing? Where you at? He's like, man, you know, I'm in hotel rooms, car to car. Who car are you sleeping in? You got a car, Scrappy? Who car are you sleeping in? 1, 2, you stayed in hotel rooms. That says a lot. It says a lot that you're breaking up with your wife, the person who we come to find out, like, Bambi's the Melody Holt of the situation. She's the one that's got the financial stability. Bro, you're leaving and you gotta go stay at your mama's house. You're leaving and sleeping in a car. That says a lot. Like, you literally have nothing. But you want Baby to sit around and stay for that when you won't change your behavior. You can't even figure out a way to make so much good income. But he got comfortable. Baby was taking care of the kids. Baby was paying the bills. Use a slag, bro. You slacking. Just lame ass. He's like most men. Y'all all talk, no action. But Chaotic said he gonna help, you know, Scrappy. But y'all saw on Instagram, Scrappy got that big ass house with the pool and everything. I'm like, who signed it up for you? Who signed it up for you? What girl is this house name in? Because we know your credit probably terrible. So how did Scrappy get this house? And first of all, how you in this house, but can't keep your kids in y'all's house? Trash much? So moving on. Amy sits down with her mama. She's like, I had to tell her that, I sort of kind of need her to back off. She got a manager, I think, like a new manager, or had one of her other people step up into place. And she was trying to like break it to her mom like real easy, but it ain't work. Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. Sorry about that. So yeah, Amy's trying to break it to her mom real easy, babe. She's trying to basically wine and dine her, lube her up before she try to stick it to her. And basically she's like, Mom, I'm a grown girl. I got it. So she's like, what you mean? Like, why are you trying to say it like that? Like, oh, without you, we were good. Like, what you trying to say? And she was just kind of like, Mom, I was talking to my sisters and it's just a feeling like, you could put more energy towards them. It's almost like the mom was offended that she's saying, hey, ma'am, you got 2 other daughters you need to tend to. But the mom is so focused on Amy because she is the one that's got like the momentum. She feels like that's where she needs to stay. But no, you need to move to your other daughters so they have the moment. They'll get boosted and have their momentum too and become like Amy. But mama got it all wrong. She got offended, was like, I don't feel like I'm not here for this. And she got up and was like, So basically, Amy, your mama's still your manager because she said she ain't going nowhere. She's like, because Amy's like, she can help a pretty kitty, but like my music career and everything else, like I need that to be handled by somebody else. But mama said, it's my job. Gotta be quicker than that. You thought you was gonna fire me. Nope. So we're in the Cayman Islands. I feel like there was something else. Was there something else? Yeah, Jessica went to the doctor. I do agree with Jessica where it's like, we obviously know that, black people, especially black women in the medical field, do not get the respect, do not get the same, nurturing attention from, doctors and nurses. They don't take our pain seriously. And, she talks to the doctor and she's like, will I be able to get pregnant? She said, yeah. She's 38. So, of course, she's looking into kids. And I'm assuming that she's going to do surgery to get rid of them. Who knows? But, girl, maybe just try surrogacy because you are older. That might change something. But just try surrogacy maybe. That might be your best bet. But at this point, Jessica's just feeling like, she really wants a baby, which is understood, but don't go about it in an unhealthy way. Don't try to find another nigga like Nick Cannon and feel like you're gonna fall in love and you're gonna have his baby and whatnot, because that's just yikes. Baby daddies these days, y'all see Kiki, her baby daddy acting out, okay? She had to check his ass. Boy, who you think you talking to like that? So we're in the Cayman Islands. Spice, she's sitting down with Shekinah. Mita pulls up and they both looking at her like, And so they get to talking about everything clearly. And Spice is just like, I'm feeling some type of way. You keep going after Kylie. You told me I knew you don't like Kylie. And I'm looking for you to be loyal like I'm being loyal to you. I expect the same thing, Mita. Mita, I had sitting there trying up and I'm seeing you with Kylie all over Instagram. Why are you so sitting there with Instagram? I see you every time at the party. And Mita basically was like, yeah, I went to the party, but I didn't go with Carly. Like, she showed up there and we took a picture. That was it. Spice, she speaks up and was like, I'm trying to figure out, who told me not to come. And Mita said the sister was the one who basically was telling them, like, don't say nothing. So if it really was the sister, Mita's kind of feeling like y'all keep putting all this heat on me. And, like, I'm not the problem. Like, yeah, I'm not really the one that y'all have a problem with. Like, don't be trying to chunk all this shit on me. And Spice and, Shekinah and Mita kind of go back and forth for a little bit. And Spice is just like, oh my God, enough of this. I got the performance and I almost died. At least I'm here. I'm here alive today. And, I'm going to have this performance. I'm nervous. I can't do this. And she had on that outfit that with the blue gloves and everything. I liked it, but also didn't like it at the same time. Like, the gloves were just a little bit too loose for me, but I liked the concept. So me and her, they go off to the side, basically talk, and Spice is still convinced. She was like, in February, January, I see you posting back then, and she's like, girl, like, I'm talking about after your surgery. I thought you was good with Carly, and I was like, I don't know how. Because the way Carly acted, single white female buying houses across from one, bitch, we had this conversation already. But Mita was just kind of like, no, that's not true. She was like, you do understand I was going through my own stuff, you know? So she's like, oh, you talking to Carly? She's like, no. She was like, but I've always been there for you. I was there for you in the hospital. You know, this isn't just your comeback. I feel like I'm a part of it too. And Spice is just kind of like, yeah, but like, I'm just having this expectation that you're going to be there by my side even after surgery, and you weren't. And so Mita was like, oh my God, I have stuff going on. She's like, I'm your friend. Like, I know everything you have going on. She's like, no, you don't. And it's like, Spice, you know, like, everybody does have shit going on in their life. And yeah, when you are there for friends, like, you tell them what you're going through, but you might not say everything. And so maybe Mita wasn't saying what she was going through because she was trying to help your ass stay alive, Spice. You know, you got to give some type of validity to that. But they basically make a kiss and, you know, say like, you know, they just miss and love each other and want Spice to do good nonetheless. But that was kind of the episode. Like I said, it really wasn't a lot, you know, but next week definitely gonna get intense because Scrappy Erica back at it again. Because like I said, they're gonna shenanigan again. But y'all tell me what you feel about Love and Hip Hop. And guys, what do you think about them bringing back Love and Hip Hop Miami, where everybody said we want Hollywood? Where is Hollywood? Do y'all feel like y'all want Miami or Hollywood back? Y'all drop it in the comments and let me know. I appreciate you for tuning in. I'll catch you next time.